That's like a sticky note patty thing. Thank you, my trusted assistant. I've not had twisted my hair in so long.
They look good.
Thank you.
You know, I've always wanted one of these, but I've never had one.
Oh, God.
Are they good?
Everything pink.
Everything is pink except for
you know, Rosie never owned anything other than pink till she was 5. Like, her shoes were pink, her coat
everything
was pink.
I remember that. Because I had a
like,
big behind door.
Her bedroom was pink. Everything was pink.
Everything was pink
Good
except
morning.
for like when we went to the townhouse, because then I was obsessed with Dora and everything was Dora.
Good morning. Welcome to the Fearless Morning Show. Before Rosie gets out, she wants to show you guys her crown. You got to scoot over.
First of all, my hair is on point.
Her hair is fabulous today.
I did a good job with it. Okay, ooh, it hit the ceiling. Okay.
So, good morning. Happy birthday, Rosamond. Miss Margaret said you look amazing too, Mel. She glimpsed you before you went away.
Badge.
And she wanted a birthday sash.
But
a pink one. I couldn't find one.
Should have went to Party City.
So I got her a happy birthday princess badge. She wasn't too happy with that. But at least she got her happy birthday crown. And she got a purple, what was that?
A flower crown.
She got a flower crown. So in case she needed double, she had a crown of flowers.
It was purple. It wasn't pink. So
yeah, to go around her head. Then she was like, she tried to wear a bow, and she's like, maybe that's a little extra. And we're like, Rosie, you are extra.
Definition of extra.
Isn't she, ma'am? Rosie's always extra. So
hey, let's not talk about me.
So happy birthday, Rosie. How old are you?
15.
So Rosie, instead of asking her what she wants to be when she grows up, I now ask her what problem does she wants to solve in life. Miss Margaret says she'll eat cake for you today. Thank you. As Miss Margaret was eating brownies in Publix last night. So, all right, have a great day. Be peaceful. I love you.
Love you.
Put the jacket on. Birthday girl.
I'm an uptown girl.
I know you look very, very cute.
Uptown world.
Your book here, and your book bag is on the other side. Yeah, what a fun age. Miss Valley said happy birthday. You might want to take this for fresher.
Jesus.
You gonna carry that around?
Yeah.
Okay. So her friend Mel bought her a big old bag of birthday gifts, and she wants to carry them around school with her book bag today. Sorry, Margaret. It looked really, really good. So let me tell y'all, welcome to the Fearless Morning Show, where we are having confessions and conversations about your everyday life and finances. Come show them your crown one more time, birthday girl, as we celebrate Rosie's happy birthday. Let me tell y'all about my morning. First of all, Rosie spilled water everywhere this morning.
Talk about me on my birthday, please.
I'm not going to talk about you on your birthday, but I am so busy telling everybody what to do. I'm about to show this to you. Hold on. I'm so busy telling everybody what to do. I walk out the house in my house socks and my flip-flops. I have no shoes to wear to work today. I have pink and white socks, gray and white flip-flops. I work in corporate America, and I have no shoes to wear to work today because I was so busy telling everybody what to do. Make sure Rosie got out on time. We were leaving on time because we had to get, doing all the mommy things. Then I left my heels sitting right in my office on my desk. So this is what we're going to have to try to figure out. How in the world, and lady, let me tell you, ladies, keep your toes done, because Rosie 2 weeks ago gave me a pedicure and she painted my toenails Smurf blue. So, I'm sorry, Margaret. So she painted my toenails Smurf blue 2 weeks ago. So I haven't done my toes. The nail polish has started to chip. So somehow I got to figure out how I'm going to get into corporate America on the elevator to the 11th floor to the compliance department with my purple chip toenail polish and my flip-flops, because I do have a spare of flat blue shoes at my desk. But in the meantime, I'm in gray and pink and white socks with white flip-flops, because that's just what we do. So, welcome to the Fearless Morning Show. My name is Yamitra JoJo Waddell, the only Live Past Crazy specialist. So what better place to be than here with me? Today is Rosie's birthday. Happy birthday, Rosie. Sunday was my oldest daughter's birthday. So Courtney turned 22 and Rosie turned 15. And Rosie wanted all the things for her birthday. So, bless her heart. She went to school dressed to the nines today because it's her birthday. Yeah, the fun, it just doesn't stop. Like, I don't know. And then I slept so hard I slept so good. It was a struggle getting up this morning. So y'all pray for me, because I don't know how I'm going to get in the building with pink and gray and white. Like and you would think, well, JoJo, you have on pants. Nah, I have on capris. I have on blue and white flowered capris. So, and they cut off at the ankle. Number one. Well, a little bit above the ankle. Are those capris? Those are anklets. Whatever. So I got those on because I have on navy blue and blue and white flowery pants that cut off at the ankle. And my pink and gray and white socks come up to my ankle with my flip-flops. And my heels are sitting on my desk in my office. So, yeah, pray for a girl. Let's see how I'm going to get through the front door on this one. I think I'm just going to go to the very back of the elevator and stick my head down, and hopefully nobody will notice that I have them on. How about that? As I sneak to my desk. All right. So, which is a perfect segue into today's fearless thought of the day. And this was for real, not on purpose. But, y'all, if you missed my sock, let me show you. Ta-da! Right, so these are the socks I have on with my blue and white pants, my ankle blue and white pants, and my old navy flip-flops. At least they clean, right? At least they ain't dirty. So I'm gonna go in there with my yellow scarf on, with all the things. So Michael, it was not on purpose. Like, I walked out the house. I don't know how. I forgot. I think because after Rosie knocked the water off, and Courtney kept saying, "Mommy, take off my shoes." And I was trying to clean up the water, and like, let's get out the door, let's go. I just walked out the house with my sock flip-flops on. So, which segues into the fearless thought of the day. And actually, I was going to do a live last night about it, but then I got sidetracked. Perfect example again. So today, the fearless thought of the day is actually, it's going to be an exercise. It's going to be a time exercise, a time management exercise, because so many times we say, that we don't have time to do anything. Oh, I was so busy today. And so when I worked, good morning, Lynn. Yeah, it was Rosie's birthday. So we had to decide which crown she wanted to wear, which dress. It was just a whole thing. So when I started working for a law firm called Leon Noble & C, and I was their office manager /HR/IT/everything person. My office was in the back. I adored my office. To this day, that was my favorite job ever. And so I would get up a lot of times, up and down, until one day she said, "JoJo, where are you going?" Because my office was right beside the owner's office, because I was also her personal assistant, her executive assistant, right? And I was like, well, I'm so busy. I did this, and this. And she was like, really? So she had me do this exercise. She made me walk around with a notebook for a whole week. And every day I had to write down everything I did for the entire day. Now, I had done this at a pharmaceutical company, but it was for the purposes of work so that I knew how to get paid. But when I was doing it, she was like, this will kind of help you to see maybe what you could put off, what you don't need to do, or what somebody else can do for you. And so from 8:30 till 5, I wrote down for a whole week everything that I did and tallied it up. Y'all, in that 40-hour work week, I might have worked a good 29 hours. The rest of my time was spent getting up and walking around, talking to people, chit-chatting, hanging out, doing all the things. And once I did that, I was like, wow, it changed my work day. I was way more productive, and this is coming from a procrastinator. So think about that today. This is Take Action Tuesday. You're going to do the time exercise today, because we always say we don't have time to accomplish our dreams. I don't have time to even think about everything I need to do. I don't have time to deal with living past crazy. I don't have time, JoJo, to live my best life. I don't have time to focus on the dream or getting another job, or I don't have time. And so, y'all know me. When a thought hit me on the way home yesterday, I had the kids do the same thing. And Rosie found out that she wastes a good 6 hours every day from the time she gets home until she goes to bed. There's 6 hours of just time that just is just gone. And Courtney was a little bit better than I thought. Courtney's time was a lot more structured than I thought, so she did better. But that wrote me and Rosie, and I'm putting myself in there because I had gotten behind too. I had a good 4.5 hours that was just gone. Rosie had 6 hours. And so just imagine if we were more mindful of our time, the things that we could accomplish and the things that we would do. And then you would have time to accomplish your dream. Then perhaps you would have time to say, yep, I do have time to deal with this crazy, instead of me. Because here's the thing. I don't care if you watch TV. I don't, knock yourself out. But if your whole day is spent getting excited so that from 7, 8 to 11, that's all you do. Good morning, sweetie. How you doing this morning? How you been feeling lately? I need to see you. You been feeling okay? So just imagine how much free time you have on your hands when you stop and think about it. So I'll give you guys my example, right? So when I get up at 5, I laid there until 5:40. Now, my calendar says I should get up and pray, have my quiet time. And on most days, I do not. Out of a 7-day week, I probably do it 1 to 2 days. So from 5 to 4, 5:45, I don't get up. Rosie comes and gets in the bed with me at 5:45, and we snuggle to 6 o'clock. We then get up at 6, and it's really 6:05 before we get out of bed. And then we're on 10,000 because we've got to leave by 6:20, 6:30. And so that is how I'm glad. Thank you. I'm glad you're doing better. So the mornings are gone. We travel to school. I get to work. I work a full day. So when I get home at 5:45, 6 o'clock, that's where my day goes awry. Like, I can't tell you what I do between 5:45 and the time I go to sleep. I probably cook dinner or not. Because if I'm not cooking, that means Rosie's cooking. So then I sit down in the office and I download the Fearless Morning Show. I upload it to YouTube. That probably takes 25 minutes, right, to do that. Once I do that, I answer emails. And then I'm usually done with the mundane things that I couldn't do at work. So if I get home 5:45, I sit down at 6. By 7:30, if I'm consistent, I can be done with the small things. So now I can work on the bigger things. Well, then by that time, Rosie hasn't finished her homework. We stop to eat dinner. The kitchen is a mess. I have to clean it. Rosie is on her phone. She doesn't get a shower. She ain't ready for bed. And so all from 7:30 on till I go to sleep, I have no earthly idea what I do. And so when you take the time, so today's exercise is do your time management. And then, because I'm quick to say, right, Margaret, I'm quick to say I don't have time. I don't have time. I don't have time to concentrate on nothing else. I don't have time to think about. I don't have time to do this. But in all actuality, I have tons of free time. So I did that. When I did that exercise when I was working for the law firm, I had a lot of time. So you can't say you don't have time to work on your dreams, because you do. You can't use your children as an excuse of why you can't work on your dreams, because that's not an option. I've never understood that part. But that's a conversation for another day. You can't use my family is a crazy as a reason why you can't achieve your dreams, because we make time for the things that we want. You make time to sit down at 7 o'clock to watch Jeopardy or Steve Harvey or whoever is on. So, or 8 o'clock, I think Empire's the show, or Power. I hear people talk about that. So you make time to do all those things, but then you tell me you don't have time to really concentrate or figure out what it is that you want. You don't have time to work on yourself to say, hey, I'm not going to let this crazy continue because I just don't have the time to deal with it. Well, and yes, you do. You just don't want to. So today, this is Take Action Tuesday. This is Miss Margaret. Is you on Taco Tuesday? That's Margaret's thing. It's Taco Tuesday. Think about that today. Look at your time. And so then when you look at it, number one, you're going to feel guilty. I felt guilty, like I'm wasting all the time. And I'm a fan of you watching your favorite show. Please watch your show. However, I'm just saying, be mindful, because where your thoughts are, or where your actions are, and where your habits are. Now, if that's all you want in life, and this was such the hardest lesson I ever had to learn, and I still learn it every day, and I still have a problem with it, is that for some people, that's all they want. And I may want more for them than they want for themselves, and then I get upset because they don't want what I think they should want, because they don't want it. But I try to force them to want what I want for them, but they keep telling me they don't want it. But I'm like, but you don't understand. But clearly they don't want it. Yeah, that was a hard one for me. It's not my business to control somebody else's life, even though I'm a know-it-all control freak. It's not my business. It's not my place. And so that was a hard lesson I had to learn. Yes, people may do the time and exercise, and they may be A-okay that from the time they get home to the time they go to sleep, that they just sit on the couch and watch TV. Or, you know, that's the life they want. And I have to be okay with that. That was hard for me. I ain't even gonna lie. I was like, but you could be so much greater. But my definition of great and their definition of great is two totally different things. And who am I, just JoJo from the country, to be telling anybody anything about how to live their life any kind of way? I'm just saying, I'm the only Live Past Crazy specialist, so what better place to be than here with me? So I'm just suggesting some things. I love you, Margaret. Let me tell you, I'm planning a trip before the event. So if y'all don't know, me and Miss Margaret is going to help me plan a trip. I want to do a girls retreat, a women's retreat where we have at least 30 women, and we are going to have an amazing time. It's going to be the end of July, and more information will be out this weekend. So if you're interested, send me and Margaret a message, and we'll be more than happy to reach out to you and tell you about it. But it's for real, for real. Like, we're going to go. We're going to heal for real, as Margaret says. We're going to heal for real. Like, I am my sister's keeper. And I don't play with that. Like, it's my soul's work to be my sister's keeper. So, it's my goal to hopefully say something that makes you just think differently. Because I don't want to, because people can motivate you, make you feel good. Your pastor can do that. Your friends can do that. Anybody can do that. It is the action part that I'm more concerned about. And so I hope I say something that perhaps makes you think different, that makes you want to produce a different action than what you have before. And that's it. That's all. That's my main goal. So, and just to make you think, maybe what if. So if you, because yesterday we talked about people with to-go plates, and I did post his link, and it says you're fixing a full course meal who just for people who simply want a to-go plate. They come into your life and they simply want to just take from you, and they don't even acknowledge you. They don't do anything. They just come in and say, hey, what's up? And they take what they want, and then they leave, and then you mad because they came in with their to-go plate. They clearly gave you all the rules and the clues that that's all they wanted. And so instead of us taking time to decipher that, spend time alone to kind of figure out why we're doing that, we was quick to say, I don't have time. JoJo, I don't even have time to think about why I can't think. That's how busy I am. Guilty. I'm so busy, I ain't got time to think about what I got to do next. Guilty. I'm so busy, Girl, I don't know if I'm coming or going. I don't know what to do next. But if you do the time exercise, let me tell you, I did this when I worked for the law firm. Golly, it has to be over 11 years ago now. It will bring to you the actual time that you have. Now that you know the time that you have available, what are you going to do with it? That's the next question. So now that you've done the time management, and you, listen, I told Courtney and Rosie just to do it for the day. Like I did, she made me do it for the whole week. You can just do it for the day. So from the time you get up this morning until you go to bed tonight, write down everything that you do. Write it all down. And then I promise you, you're going to see that there's gaps of time where you have all the free time in the world. And some of you may say, well, JoJo, that's my time to just veg out because, girl, I'm tired. My mind is on overload. Is it really? Or is that what we tell ourselves so that we don't have to deal with the things we need to deal with, so that we can then continue to live in crazy? Because, you know, we decorate our crazy and we accommodate for it and we make room for it. And as long as we understand the parameters of our crazy, then we don't ever have to change it. So if I don't have to do the time exercise, then I'm not going to see how much free time I really have. So then I can pretend that I don't have any, so I can continue to say I'm so busy, so I don't have to address the things that I need to address. I'm so guilty of all the things. So if you think you don't have time to pursue your dream, if you think you don't have time to live your best life, if you think you don't have time to do all the things, please do the time exercise today. Please do it. Like for real, I gave the girls a white piece of paper. Simply write it down. What you do from the time you get up to the time you go to bed. And I promise you that after 6 o'clock to that 10 o'clock, those are the most unproductive hours for most of us. Like, most unproductive time. Because we do all the things but the things. So then I can use for an excuse that I don't have time. Because, you know, I'm tired from the day. I worked all day, JoJo. I worked a full job. Yep, you sure did. And I'm proud of you. You adulted all day. It's exhausting. But does it take you 6? So if you think about it, if you get home at 6 and you cook dinner, right? And you clean up and you get the kids to bed, because all that takes time. So let's say by 8, the kids in the bed, right? So from 8 to the next morning, let's say you get back up at 6 the next morning. Somebody calculate how many hours is that? So from 8 p.m. to 6 a.m. the next morning is all the free time that you have. And so your 8 hours or your 10 hours of the day exhausted you so much that you can't possibly comprehend another thought. So here's my, and I'm speaking solely for myself again. Who am I? I'm just offering some suggestions. Here's my thing. It is hard for me to accept a complaint. And we all have our frustrations and we can vent. There's a difference, I think, between venting and complaining. Because if I'm going to go out full out complaining about some things that I don't like in my life, but yet from 8 to 6 a.m. I do nothing about the things that I'm complaining about because it's just too hard and I just don't have time because I'm so busy. Why am I complaining? Because at that point, I apparently like what's going on, because the time that I have available to change it, I'm not. So this is what I found, is that the more I can complain about it, the more I can take off the responsibility of myself to actually do something about it. So if I stop complaining, that means I'm now more responsible for my actions to do the things that I need to do. But if I can keep complaining, then I don't have the responsibility of changing my mindset or changing any of the things that I need to change because I'm busy. I just don't have the time. I took care of the kids. Please understand. When I overstand. I had 2 of the children. I went back to school when one was only 1 to get a master's degree. My family wasn't around. And so, but after I stopped making excuses, I found the time to do, because we find time to do all the things that we want to do. In essence, y'all. Like, I find the time to sleep late in the mornings and be late for work. I find the time for that. Like, I'm diligent with that. I find the time to, at lunchtime, peruse the Dollar Tree. I find time for that. That brings great joy to my soul. I find time on my lunch break to get a 45-minute nap and come back in refreshed, because that's important, refreshing to my soul. I find time to go to my favorite pizza place to get the cauliflower pizza because they make it nice and crunchy. I find time for all of that. I find time to read my favorite book. I find time to watch the Tar Heels play. And if you got a ticket, I promise you I'm going to find time to make a trip to Chapel Hill, North Carolina, and watch my favorite team play. We find time for the things that we want to find time for. So why are we complaining about not achieving our dreams and the things we want to do when we do have the time? And so if you do the time exercise, and it's just like, just maybe an eye-opening experience to see how your day goes. Like, what do you really do throughout the day? Because a lot of times I'll talk to my friends like, girl, what'd you do today? I don't even know what I did today. And that's the truth. We have no idea what we did today because maybe we wasted the day. And maybe if we are more productive, because where your thoughts are, that's where your actions are. So if your thoughts are all on TV, then I'm watching TV all day. If my thoughts are on not doing everything but achieving a dream or a goal that I set out, like confession and conversation, because, that's what we do on the morning show. I only have 1.5 years left on my PhD. Only. If I went back to school, I ain't got time. I don't have time. I have told myself that lie so much. I believe it with my whole heart. Like, I don't have the time, JoJo, to finish my PhD, but I found the time to start 4 other businesses. I found the time to go hang out. I have all the time to do everything else but what I really want to do. Guilty. Sometimes we have to admit that we just don't want to do some things, and it's not important for us. It's not what we want to do. We have no interest in doing it. Like, we just don't want to. I don't want to. But I can talk about, as long as I can talk about it, and it's a thing in the future. Like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go back to school to finish my PhD. Well, gonna is not a time frame. Fixing is not a time frame. Right? And if you're from the country, you know what fixing is. I'm fixing to go over there. I'm fixing to do that. I'm fixing to, and that time frame could be right now to next week to next year. Right? If we're from North Carolina, we know what fixing means. So take time today on this Take Action Tuesday to do, just today, write down what it is that you do throughout the day. From the time you get up to the time you go to bed. And that includes, let me run to the store. That includes, let me take this phone call and talk to my homegirl right quick that lasts like an hour when it should have been 10 minutes. That includes guilty scrolling through social media, guilty on Instagram, guilty. Well, let me check Twitter. Let me do the guilty of all the things. And when we are mindful of our time, then our intentions become more focused. What is my intent? What is my intention? And why am I saying yes? Those are always my 3 questions. And then once I look at my time, what is my intent? What is my intention? And why am I saying yes? Becomes so much easier for me to answer. Y'all, like this sun, I can't put my sun visor down because it will block the whole screen, but I'm too short for it to work anyway. And then I can't see any comments. So I can't see anything if anybody said anything. But guys, that is the Phyllis thought for today. Please do the exercise, and then don't let me think I'm just talking to myself. Let me know how it worked for you. Send me a message, and it's just a conversation between the two. I just want to know if some of the things that I'm offering are helping. Like, is it really happening to you? Like, JoJo, you full of it. It ain't nobody trying to do no parts of that. I'm just saying. But again, I'm just giving you some tips to make you think differently. Maybe produce a different action. That's all I'm saying. So on this Take Action Tuesday, it's Rosie's birthday. Happy birthday, Rosie. She turned a good 15 today. So I'll be posting her birthday pictures, because it was hard picking out a crown for the day. So don't forget to share the show, because sharing is caring. If I said something that's helped anybody in any way, please let me know. I greatly appreciate it. If your friends and family do not have Facebook, we do have a YouTube channel where you can binge watch all the Phyllis Morning shows over there. And if your friends and family do not have social media, I keep forgetting the link. I will post the link where they can have it delivered to their email box, so they don't even have to worry about catching a replay of the Fearless Morning Show. They can get the Fearless Start of the Day delivered to their email. Don't forget to go to livepastcrazy.com and get you I Am My Sister's Keeper t-shirt, because I am my sister's keeper. I'm a firm believer if I can help one sister who can help her family, she can change her family, she can change her community, and we will #change the world. Me and Miss Margaret are on a mission. Hers is #change the world. Mine is I am my sister's keeper. I am my brother's keeper. It is that great, but yet that simple. It takes one person to change somebody's life. And just think, if we're all that one person and we touch everybody's life, how we could change this world. It's an amazing thought, and it should get you excited. So go over to livepastcrazy.com and grab your t-shirt. If you go to bit.ly/foundations, that's a capital F, Foundations Matter. It's the 5 ebook series. You can get that as well, and it is $19.99. So you can grab that, because when you're trying to live past crazy, please understand, if your foundation ain't set, your crazy will continue. Been there, done it. And I'm also a fan of counseling. Go get you a counseling. Go do a mind dump. A lot of people think, oh, I'm not going to counseling because ain't nothing wrong with me. I'm not crazy. Go to counseling and mind dump. That simply means I'm going to go to counseling. All the thoughts that are in my head, I'm going to now dump them out in this room, so I don't have to pick them up anymore. Or I don't have to carry them around. So I'm always a fan of counseling, period. So, but your foundation has got to be set. So go over there to bit.ly/foundations matter, so that you can grab that. Please make sure you share the video. Today's exercise, y'all, please do it and come back and let me know. Do the time exercise from the time, just do it today. I did it for a week. But from the time you wake up, so if you're already up and moving, too late, well, you can still write it down. But from now, what time is it? 7:49? So from now until you go to sleep tonight, write down everything you do, including running to the store, including taking a minute to talk to your mama, and include all the things, and see where your day is going. And then you can ask yourself, are you really that busy? Don't you really have time to pursue your dreams and your goals? Because sometimes we use I'm busy, I ain't got the time as an excuse to maybe not confront, adjust, what's the other word? Starts with an E. I can't think of the word I want to say. To think about how we need to change the things we need to do. Review. No, that's not it. I'll think of it later. You need to think about what you're thinking about. I'm just saying. And when you take a look at your time and how you're spending it, you may have way more free time than you think to accomplish the things that you need to accomplish, to do the things you need to do. Because I just want everybody to be great. Hardest thing I had to learn is that everybody doesn't want that. Some people they just want to work a job, come home, and sit on the couch and watch TV all day. And I've got to be okay with that. That was the hardest thing for me to be okay with. It was so hard because I was so excited for other people that sometimes I was way more excited for them than they were. And they were looking at me like I was crazy. So do the time exercise today. You can have time to pursue your dreams, your thoughts, your ideas, and you also have time to achieve them. So today, don't use for an excuse, I don't have the time, I don't know where the day went. Track your time today and see if you have the extra 3 hours. Even if you're not willing to dedicate 3 hours, take 30 minutes out of that free time that you have to do some thinking and dreaming about just what if. I'm just saying. All right, guys, that is it for the Fearless Thought for today. Please make sure you share the show. Again, if you're on YouTube, simply type in Fearless Morning Show, and all the shows will come up. It should be a little over 300 shows over there, so you can binge watch all the Fearless Morning shows. They are by topic, by title. Go over to livepastcrazy.com to grab you I Am My Sister's Keeper's t-shirt, so that you can be reminded that you are your sister's keeper. I Am My Brother's Keeper t-shirts are coming soon, so just bear with me, my brothers, because I'm taking care of you as well. All right, guys, I hope you have an amazing Tuesday. This is Take Action Tuesday. So today, y'all, send me some comments and let me know how the time tracking thing is going. All right, have a great day, and I'll see you here bright and early tomorrow morning. Have a good one.